Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday. It's February 20th, and it's time for some coffee and magic. So I've got again my coffee in my favorite mug. I'm going to be making my own mug for coffee and magic. I just haven't done it yet because I've been lazy. Maybe not lazy, but doing other things. So kind of a like outside of magic. My fiance and I are finishing up a part of the basement, which is going to be like our workout room slash additional sleeping for her family when they come to visit. So that's kind of what I've been busy doing this weekend. So Friday I took off and my dad and I worked on getting some of this drywalling done. Yesterday he came back over for a few hours and we finished the ceiling and installed the new lights. And then next week, probably next week or the week after, we'll be pretty much finishing the room off. And then it's just mudding and everything else. So that's kind of where I've been at with things. So yeah, that's just kind of how things are, how the cookie is crumbling right now. But magic wise, if you haven't already checked it out, I do have a new video up. And actually, you know what? I should share this stream. I need to get... Oh, geez, how do I even share this? There it is. Let's see, copy. I'm so bad at things. Oh, geez, I'll share this to my group, Magic in the Moment. Here we now on YouTube. If you want. Because, you know, it's what it is. I'll just post that. Okay, anyways, back to what I was saying. So I posted a new video this week. It's kind of a refresh video from one that I did for Magic Mastery months and months and months ago. Just about wallets and my favorite wallets. And you guys seem to really enjoy the kind of wallet related videos. So like my Orphic review is really popular. This one's been a pretty popular video. Obviously, if you look at the numbers, you're going to be like, oh, well, you didn't have that many views. But for me, for someone who's kind of new to the YouTube space and doing stuff, you know, any view is is an accomplishment. So, what's probably going to happen is I'll probably end up doing some kind of wallet series. Maybe going a little bit more in depth in the wallets that I've used. I am on the Shadow wallet because I did carry this for almost a full year. I will probably do a in-depth review, maybe not in-depth, but like a year in the life of using the Shadow wallet as an EDC. I'm also going to do that with the Orphic wallet. When I hit probably around June or July, when it's been about 6 months that I've had it and used it as an everyday carry. Because I think it's really important just to be able to do follow-ups on what you're using. Because, you know, maybe today, like, I'm really into the Orphic wallet, I like it. And then 6 months from now, after using it, I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's really not for me. So we'll see. But, you know, like one of the things I said in the video, I've said 100 times before when it comes to wallets that are related to magic in any way, be it just a peak wallet or just a card to wallet that has one function, to something that's multiple functions, for me, it has to be a usable wallet. It has to be something that I can carry. It's not something that raises a ton of suspicion. That's one of the reasons I really like this, because the Shadow wallet, because minimalist wallets are really in. It's one of the reasons why I really like the Quiver card to wallet, because it's just a regular wallet. And this wallet here, which I cannot remember the name of for the life of me, And you can tell this one's been really worn. Like, you can tell my quiver's been worn. It's shaped to my butt. This one's shaped to my butt. But that's such an important quality for me when it comes to Magic wallets. Also, when it comes to just like EDC items. We've moved into where we've got so much digital stuff. So, like, it's nice to be able to have my wallet and my phone and leave with just that, if that's all I'm going to carry on me, and be able to do something that feels organic, feels impromptu, feels in the moment. Like on my phone, what all do I have on my phone now? Because I've downloaded some new things. I'm trying some different things out. Some things on here I have and I've not played with yet. So I've got Tempest and Cypher and whatever, I can't remember the name of it. Is it Predictogram or whatever from Illusionist? And they all, they work. Predictogram is not updated the way it should be. I feel, all the Illusionists is basically bailed on their apps. Oh, and Picasso Pro. They've really bailed on. They're like, hey, you know what? We don't want to be in the app space anymore, and that's a shame. That's my problem with apps, is losing the updates, because everyone likes to say, oh, well, it's harder to develop for Android, and it's not. If you're not using the current Android development tools, then yeah, maybe it is. If you're trying to do things the old, like the Android way from 7 years ago or 8 years ago, but it's gotten so much easier. It's not much different than developing for iPhone. And the thing is for both operating systems, when there's updates, you have to update your app. New security features are put in that your app has to comply with. So that's why I'm a big fan of Cognito. That Murphy's is really takes like, hey, you know what, we're going to do this. We're going to update it. Yeah, we're going to have struggles, but we're going to be pretty clear about it, what the struggles are, and keep things going. Timeline from Patrick Kuhn. However you say his last name. Sorry, Patrick. An amazing app. It's simple, but I can do a easy back in time thing. And the way how he uses, I can't think of the name of the stupid gimmick now. He has a card where you can take a picture of it on your phone. It looks like it's blank while it's in your wallet, and then you can go into your photos or into your spectator's phone's photos, and the card is in their photo. So he uses back to time or timeline with that, and it's such a great use for it. What else do I have? I have Realist. I've not started playing around with it a whole lot yet. I haven't even watched this tutorial yet. AnyWeb 2, where I've been thinking about getting it, but I've not purchased it. Kind of people have been on the fence on it, so I may or may not take the plunge. And then The Stranger. I was really excited about it, but it is an expensive app. If you want to purchase a license. So, but I do like having things that are in my pocket that I can easily use. What I like about Tempest and Cypher the most is the fact that, they've got icons that look like it's a calculator. It even says calculator and clock on them, so I can easily use that. Where other things I might have to get sneaky with starting on my phone if I use them on my phone. But I like the idea of, it's the whole magic in the moment, the whole EDC thing, like things that appear like it's all happening real time, it's all natural, that you've not done anything special. So I like about having like a nice wallet, my phone, and that's all I have to go out if I don't want to carry things. But I always do carry things. But it's nice knowing that I don't need to. The other nice thing, is thinking, I do keep one thing on my keys. I keep a ring light on my keychain, and be able to do something with that. Though I know people get really nervous. So honestly, for a ring fly, I recommend people to. Though it's great to do it for women because women love it. You do risk losing a diamond or even possibly the ring. And I think you just have to, you have to get comfortable, you have to practice with it. I think that's the thing that a lot of people neglect with ring flights is they'll practice like maybe the Vanish, but they don't actually practice with the ring flight itself to see how it reacts, to learn how to get away from some of the craziness that can happen with one. And because I've seen people perform it where like their distance, it's a great distance, but like there is some whiplash happening with the Vanish. So yeah, you just have to get comfortable with it. You have to practice with it. It's like anything magic-wise. I know we're in this age now where people don't want to. They want to practice just a little bit, and then they want to go out into the world and perform. And there's still a lot of magic you can't do that with. You really need to sit down, practice, figure out what's going on with something, figure out like all sides, all angles of the trick before you go out there and perform it. Maybe you have it for a little bit, you start doing it for friends and family to say, hey, there's someone I'm working on, get some feedback from them. But I think that, practice, it feels like, is becoming a lost art form, which is really sad. Because I love practicing, even if it's just shuffling a deck of cards, and making those shuffles, or trying to get tighter shuffles or more fluid shuffles in, or cutting, or working on sleights, or working on moves that maybe aren't difficult, but keeping them fresh in my mind, or even something I practice probably every day so many times is the memorized deck that I use, or the stack that I use, which is the Redford stack. And I've got all the numbers written on the back of the cards or their locations, and I just sit here, I shuffle them, and then I start naming off like 27 is the Queen of Diamonds, and so on. Or I'll do face up, or I'll mix them face up and face down, and go through and name off, if it's the number that I see, I name off the number and then what the card is. If it's the face I see, I name off the face and then the number that it sets. And that's how I practice my Mem deck, to make sure that I'm keeping those associations strong. Because I definitely notice a difference if I don't practice it. And you probably can't hear, but I have a cat at my door because I've locked him out, and he's unhappy. It's also like 6:14, and of course I'm the only one in the house awake. But let's see what has come out this week. That is not what we need to look at here. How about I actually show my screen? I need to get hook up one of my work things, one of my work monitors. And yeah, one of my work monitors, so I can transition scenes and still have time to not be like you guys not see my OBS screen, but we will try to do that real quick. So we've got a few new things out. We've got Unhanded, which looks really good, but it's one of those, I don't know, it's something, it's $35. Like, how much am I going to use it? Like I said, it looks really good. Is it going to be a very disappointing thing to have? And that's something that I really try to look at. We can look at this. I'm not impressed by it, but this is from the vault, so let's take a glance. Actually, do I have all my audio on? I do. So let's take a look at this.
This week on the vault, something strange and different. This is a 5-box color change. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would I ever need to change the color of 5 decks of cards? But it's a cool principle. It could be applied to a stack of Smarties boxes or any other kind of stack of boxes thing. This is it. This is the 5-deck color change by Jiho.
magic like this. So I think it was, I don't remember, was it John Kerry that put something out, or someone, it might not have been him, but someone put something out where it was like an oil and water with like 6 decks of cards. So you could do like red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, and then wave your hand, and then you had all the red decks and to get in the blue decks together. And it just, I don't see, there's no practical use for a trick like that, even for a trick like this, for like Pilot. And the reason that I say that is, even if you were to take this to something else, so like you get, let's say it's a stack of Smarties, or like a stack of, what kind of, like Starburst, and you do them where they're all, maybe they're multi-flavor and they're all strawberry at the end or something. Like, to me, there's nothing about that that makes any sense. You're still going out with multiples of something and changing it. For some people, I know people are going to like this. People are going to buy it. Just like the weird oil and water with decks. And I think my least favorite argument with that, with the decks with the other one was, well, I always carry, I always have about like 5 or 6 decks on me because I have a stripper deck and I have a Svengali. And my argument to that is like, it should always appear that you're using the same deck, even if you are using trick decks or gimmick decks. So if you're doing something over here with Svengali, you shouldn't be putting it away and then pulling out a totally separate deck of cards. You should be doing a deck switch, and it should appear that nothing has changed. But that's also, for me, a big difference between good magic and bad magic. It's one thing like if you're doing something and I've got like, I'm doing something with like my blue deck of Tally Hoes, and I say, oh, you know what? We need a second deck for this, and I need to bring in like a stack deck or something. I say, and then I pull out like a red deck of black. So I'm like, okay, and whatever I need to do. That's one thing, and then I switch to this because maybe, maybe I'm doing stuff with this, and this is a gimmick deck, and this is going to be my normal deck, and I've got it in a certain stack, so they'll work off each other. And then when I get done, nonchalantly put this one away and just say, oh, we'll just continue with the red deck from here on out. Well, however you need to justify it. But like magicians who, as I drop things, magicians who like do a trick and then they take it, pack it back up, put it away, and then you see they obviously reach into a different pocket and produce another deck of cards, and keep doing that. It doesn't make, there's no justification. It doesn't make sense. It's sloppy magic. And again, I know some will probably disagree with me, and that's okay. That's, magic is very subjective, and everyone's going to have different opinions on things. I think that's an important thing to remember in the magic world. I see so many people fight about things. But, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that. What else do we have out there? I mean, I'm not too impressed by that. Now, there is... I don't care about these decks. The Tale of the Tempest, I'd probably like, but that's an expensive deck of cards for $20. Now, not Piercing, where is it? Or did it sell out? Okay. Now, Shrapnel, I actually pre-ordered this. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Oh my god, what the
What? I can't do that? And it melts. Yeah, it looks better.
I love magic that uses everyday objects, looks impossible, and is highly visual. Shrapnel uses 2 things that everyone knows: a simple ring and a safety pin. So this is what happens. A safety pin and a ring are handed out for examination.
Would you mind taking this for me? Would you mind checking this?
It's a ring on a pin.
You can even borrow the ring. I'm gonna put my ring away and we'll use your ring instead. Then, in a series of visual phases, each one more impossible than the last, the ring melts completely off the safety pin. And here's the best part. At the end, everything is examinable.
I was thinking maybe there's some cuts in the ring or something like that, but nothing, man.
Wow, it's really not showing me the trick.
That's why shrapnel has become my everyday carry. Perfect, anytime, anywhere piece of visual and most importantly, hard-hitting magic.
Oh my god!
And let's go.
What the f***? Wait, do it again, dude.
We've taken a time-tested classic piece of magic and
Okay, so Shrapnel was something I have it in, I pre-ordered it because I love visual stuff. It also comes in a tin and I'm a sucker for fun carrying cases for magic items. Some people argue you need to justify the tin is to hold your safety pin. Boom, done. But you don't need to justify anything. And you don't have to carry it in the tin if you don't want to, I'm going to assume. But I love the visual piece. It is based off of, something that's been around for a long time. It's based off of a Jerry Andrus principle that I believe he developed back in like the 50s, late 50s, I think, early 60s maybe. But so beautiful, and I love how visual Shrapnel is. So yeah, I pre-ordered that. They should ship sometime this week. Super excited. For me, it's good for an EDC item, as was explained, and it's personal because again, you're using a ring. You're almost, in essence, you're almost doing a ring of light without it ever leaving. I guess it's more of a linking ring with the safety pin, but it's just such a good visual piece of magic. And if you do any other safety pin magic, this is something that will fit in really well. Now in the trailer he talks about everything can be examined, and I know some people get upset when they hear everything can be examined and then they get it's well, this can't be examined, and then they watch a video and there's an explanation on how things can be examined. That doesn't bother me. I don't think it's false advertising. I don't think it's deceptive in any way. If you have to switch something in or out to make it examinable. Because obviously you're going to have to do some kind of switch. You're not going to take something, you're not going to have, that's not going to be 100% ungimmicked. Anyone watching that knows that it's not going to be ungimmicked. If you know anything about Jerry Andrus and his safety pin stuff, you know that there's a gimmick involved. So if you pre-ordered it and you're disappointed by the fact that you have to do a switch, welcome to magic. I'm going to assume that you are new here. But I don't think it's deceptive or misleading. It's a beautiful trick. I think I haven't watched all the tutorial, so I don't know what the extent of the teaching is. I watched a little bit of the introduction, and then I jumped on here to do the stream. So, but yeah, Shrapnel looks gorgeous. I cannot wait to get my hands on it and start playing around with it. I know that it does come with a ring that you can practice with. Which is nice. So if you don't have any rings, and I have these giant these giant freaking rings for my fingers, so having a smaller ring might be helpful to practice with. But it comes with everything, so you can start practicing. So I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see what else. Confident Deceptions has been re-released, so that's a Jason Ladany book. So the Vanishing Ink has reprinted it. It's in stock. I also ordered that because I've been wanting to get my hands on that book for a while. And then, what else magic-wise? Oh, I bought some magic and got some magic this week in the mail. in the post, if you will. What did I get? I am making messes. So I finally picked up Echo from Curtis Cam, and I really enjoy it. Now, it comes with everything that you need to do the trick. I'm going to probably switch a couple things out, just because I do want to be able to use some of my own coins, because it does come with a Kennedy $50. I don't use Kennedys, I use Walking Liberties, and then that kind of throws off the rest of what's included a little bit, just sizing wise. But this is, if you've not seen it, you definitely check out the trailer for Echo. You can find it on Vanishing Ink. You can find it on Real Magic Magazine's website, I believe. And you can buy it directly from Cosmo. You might even be able to contact Curtis and buy it directly from him. I don't know if he actually stocks any or not. Because he is in Hawaii, I believe post is a little bit more expensive to ship out of Hawaii. So he might not keep any to send out. But you get everything you need: the glass, the jumbo coin, which isn't used as any kind of production or anything. If you watch the video, you'll see how the jumbo coin is used. It's just kind of to help with audio cues and everything. But the basic effect is you've got a silver coin, a copper coin, a brass coin, and then like a brass Chinese coin, and then another colored Chinese coin. And one by one, when you show them to the spectator, you put them in a glass that they can be holding, and one by one, they can hear the coins go into your pocket. You're able to pull out and show the coin that went into your pocket, and it just keeps happening. They see the coins go away. So it's, as Curtis says, it's his take on Kainoa Harbottle's Victorian cups and coins, or coins and cups, which is a beautiful, beautiful coin routine as well. And I'm actually happy I got this because it does come with a cup, and I've been wanting a second one of the cups. So a little bit pricey, but I think it's definitely worth it because you do get the glass, you get the jumbo coin, you get all the coins, plus you get a special gimmick coin or gaff coin. I also finally, if I can get it out of here, finally picked up the perfect pin. I haven't done like a pin through bill for years. When I worked at the magic shop, I think we had the perfect pin, but we also had the cheaper ones, because I mean, honestly, when you work in a magic shop and you're inside a toy store, if you're trying to sell something to people, they're already there looking at cheap toys. They don't want to spend, I think at the time, it might be the same price, I don't remember, like $60 for a pin through bill. So the one I have is like a cheap, almost like Bic pen. Works really well, it's fine, nothing special. But I did finally pick this up because I've been wanting it, played around with it a little bit, love the quality. There could be a little bit more quality control to this, so I don't know if that is a Murphy. I'm going to guess that's a Murphy's issue, because I think this is brought to you by Murphy's. But you get really good instruction. So you get the instruction on using the pen, and then there's an additional video for kind of like little nuances you can do to improve the experience with the pen and make it, different kinds of handling. So if you don't have the perfect pen, I highly suggest picking it up. I like the fact, one of my favorite things about it is you're able to hand the pen out beforehand, and it can be used and examined. You could do the penetration and then hand the pen back out. And I've heard some people say, oh, well, it can't really be examined, people are going to find it. Like, if you have someone who's just hell-bent and destructive, like, they might find out how it works. But for the most part, like, it locks together really, really well. Works well, looks beautiful. So definitely worth checking out. Or you can buy one of the cheap ones. But I would recommend, especially like if you do if you want something like this is a good looking pen, like I might be able to get it out of here. Like it's a stainless steel pen. Like it looks like a nice professional pen. So here we have it. It writes, it looks like just an executive stainless steel pen. Like nothing's going on with it. So again, like I said, totally worth a check out. If you are a professional worker, like this could easily be something you put in your suit jacket, pocket, breast pocket, or in a your vest breast pocket. You get the card, which I won't show you the other side, but you get the card that gives you the online instructions and tutorial. So yeah, that was one of the other things I picked up. And then I also picked up, I'm not going to get it out, but I picked up Rehab by Hanson Chain. And I don't smoke, but it's a visual effect, and I really like that part about it. So if you're not familiar with the effect, you have a cigarette, you can show it around, and then it visually changes into like $100 bill or a bill for your, like the country you're in. And you can hand out the bill that's rolled up, and then they can unroll it and see it. So obviously work is being done, but again, another beautiful, beautiful trick. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything else going on. Do we have anything going on? No. Outside of Shrapnel, is there anything else good that came out? No, nothing else good. Let's see, what else? If you haven't already picked up the Gaslighter Project from Fullbind Creations and Adam Wilbur, I'm still 100% recommend doing that. Same with Chap Slick, if you can get your hands on it. Gaslighter Project is sold out at a lot of places, so like I said before in previous videos, I do recommend buying directly from the creator if you can. It just helps them out a lot more than if you buy it from a big box place. But again, some people, because of like the price of things, like they can't put it out, they can't just release it themselves either. But I know that the Gaslighter Project is sold out on Penguin. I think it might be sold out on Vanishing Ink. So Adam, you should still be able to get it from Adam Wilbur if he's not sold out already. But if you buy it this weekend, it may be delayed because I believe he's at Blackpool. Which, jealous. Hopefully, maybe next year or the year after I'll be able to make it to Blackpool, because I think that'd just be a fun convention to go to. And I haven't been out of the country in a long time, so yeah. But you know what? I think, we might call the stream good there. I don't have much else to really go over. I want to watch the rest of the Shrapnel tutorial. And, yeah, thanks for joining me today. If you're watching this on the replay, let's have some converse down below. I think if we can start getting, if I get some more subscribers and start getting, more, like a ton of people on the live stream, may start doing some giveaways on some stuff. Like, I've said in previous videos, I've got multiples of some wallets, and I've just got different things that I could possibly give away, or I can get a hold of some giveaways maybe. So if that's something you're interested in, I don't know, it won't be anytime soon, but if that's something that you might be interested in, go ahead and subscribe. You can like this stream, and come to the Facebook group Magic in the Moment. I'm an admin on it, and it's really about that magic that it doesn't have to be like 100% impromptu magic, but it's really talking about, like, some of your favorite magic that that feels impromptu or seems impromptu, that's organic. So yeah, it's kind of fun. So we have some EDC stuff over there. Of course, I share my videos when I post new videos over there. And yeah, so I mean, we're a small community right now. I'd love to grow it bigger and get a lot more interaction. Right now, we don't have a ton. People are commenting. We're having discussions and comments, but definitely like to make it a very active group. But that's all I've got today. I want to thank you for watching, and we will catch you maybe next week and have another video drop probably this Wednesday or Thursday. Thanks for checking us out, or checking me out, checking Magic out. I don't know. I'm awkward. And we'll catch you next time.